Hey guys, happy Friday. Today I'm going to talk about what you should be buying. I just watched a video from it's basically my favorite channel, like in terms of, information that is useful. Like my favorite YouTuber is Rochelle Chanel, this black lady, I think in her 50s. Her vlogs give me life. But Real Estate Mindset is my favoriteest channel. I love the two hosts, Travis and Mitch. The information they give is very good. It's very concise. They show a little bit of clips, not too much, but they're all about abolishing property taxes, and they're very like realistic dudes. So they're working currently locally in Texas, a town or a city, I'm not sure, called Godly, Texas, which is just hilarious. Because I'm sure Jesus would have hated property taxes, and they're doing a very good job. So I'm actually about to get my shit together and start focusing on, because they do advocacy work and they like to teach others how to get rid of property taxes, or at least correct property taxes substantially, because there is so much corruption behind them with the schools and the appraisal people. Anyway, whatever. But I just got done watching a video of theirs where they talk about the number of cars that are being repossessed here in America. And it is insane, you guys. It is insane. It is, I should look up the stat right now of how many cars in America are repossessed. I don't know, every day. Cars repossessed every day. Sorry, I should have looked this up. It is 5,400 cars are repossessed every day, nearly 200 annually. So, okay, so, and every car that they're repossessing, obviously, but I don't know, it's obvious, but it needs to be said, it is a very nice car. It is a very nice car. And, on that, I know things are tough. I know, right? I know. But it's there's everyone that makes a video on YouTube, on TikTok, a short, whatever, a reel. They're always like, God, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And they always got a double moon roof, or a moon roof that is literally the entire length of the car. And I just I agree, but it's dude, you look so bad. That's like saying, that's like painting your nail polish while you're bitching about, the cost of things. It's well, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You didn't need to spend $7 on nail polish. Whatever. But yeah, I'm saying this as somebody who, just to be glib about it, I did things right. In the I graduated in 2005. Here we are in 2026. So it's, 20 years later, a little over 20 years later. And I have no repossessions, no evictions, nothing like that. I've never owned a car that was anywhere new. I never, I don't know. I've owned probably 5 or 6 cars, and each one was kind of like a trade-in, or I sold it. But the 2 cars I have now, I have 3, I guess, technically. One was the third was given to me by my mother. It's a Dodge 1500. It wasn't working when she gave it to me, so my boyfriend had to work on that thing to get it running. But now it's running, and it's actually a very great asset for us. So that was free. That was given to me. And then my 2 main cars, both little Volkswagen. I realized this the other day. I'm 39 years old. I have never had a car with 4 doors. I've never been able to afford a car with 4 doors. And I've never fucking, fucked myself in order to get 2 more doors, right? I have a Volkswagen Bug and a Cabrio. They're both coupes. They do have a back seat. You can fit 4 people in there comfortably. That said, I did rip the passenger seat out of the cabrio so I could fit my big ass dog. He has since passed, but Lander, like when it was just us, anyway, whatever. He sat in the back. It was so cool. I looked like a little driver for this big ass white floofy dog, and it's a convertible, so you can put the top down. It was like such a time for us. But anyway, like that car, I had a little Chevy Sonoma. Again, something with only 2 doors. I traded my uncle this truck for this car. Boom. It's just, I don't know, like it's that simple, kids. It's that simple. Like, you have to pay for the car in cash. I guess no, I did have one car with 4 doors. And I did get a loan on it. I think I probably got like a $6,000 loan. That was a lot in 2000. It was like right around 2006, 2007 that I got that car. And yeah, it was a $250 car payment and a $250 insurance. Maybe 200 or so. I've always had a good driving record. But expensive. And yeah, I ended up crashing that car and totaling it. Fucking bullshit. So I guess I've had one car with 4 doors, but again, I fucking crashed it. Retarded. Idiot. Actually, that car crash was like the beginning of a really dark period for me. I had to go to jail. Like 300 miles away or something. I had to pay to go to this jail because I wasn't a local. It was just retarded. I was such a fucking retard at that time. It was in my early 20s. I was probably 22, 23. But you could argue it's because I bought that car and I shouldn't have bought that car because I couldn't pay for it fully outright. And when you can't buy a car fully outright, you not only have payments, you have to have full on insurance. You can't do like what I'm doing now where it's like literally the cheapest of the cheapest of the cheapest minimalist car insurance. Like actually I have to renew my car insurance. I go through Progressive, and for the 3 cars that I mentioned, it is $414 for 6 months for 3 cars. Like that, ultimately that is peanuts. And a lot of people out there, a lot of young people, but a lot of people my age and older too, they're doing these car payments that are $600, $700, $800 plus. I've seen literally $1,200 payments, and then the insurance on that is another $200, $250, $300, depending on how nice and new the car is. Just what are you doing? Like, there's nothing wrong with living within your means. And actually, like the peace that I feel, that I have felt basically my entire life, or my entire adult life, post crashing my car, my 4-door car when I was 22-ish. Like just living within reality is just, it just percolates, the benefits percolate throughout your life for years, decades to come after that. The peace you have, it just like, there's an inner peace in me that not a lot of people have, and especially those who have, these insane car payments on top of insane, rent and or mortgage, right? Like, it's just, play the long game, okay? You can't shit on this country without first looking at yourself and, like, I don't know, it's really funny. Like, I think, right, recently we had the disclosure movement, viral thing going on where people are like, I can't even remember, because I think it was TikTok, and I don't have TikTok. I've never had TikTok. I would never get TikTok. I see enough TikTok on YouTube, god damn it. But like, I think the movement, the whole thing of it was saying how much money you have in your bank account or something like that. I think that's what it was. And, you know, it's these very small numbers. Um, and, you know, we're supposed to feel bad for these people, but it's like, I'm not going to feel bad for you until you show me your latest bank statement. Like, let's see. I need it to be like financial audit, where it's like, we're going to go through line by line what you spent in the last month or two. Okay, if every other line item is goddamn Uber Eats, Amazon, um, fast food, like, I'm sorry, like, I wish I should pull up my my bank account, but I actually don't spend much money, so it would be kind of a wash. Um, well, literally, I should actually just do that. There are no purchases on my bank statements. I have not spent money, like, literally. Okay, actually, one confession. So I sell a lot of things on the app called Vinted, Vinted. It's like eBay, but I think it's better because it's kind of just, I don't know. It's for cheaper things. I wouldn't put anything on there that like is over $30 because it's probably not going to sell unless it's like a steal for $30. Um, but anyway, it just moves product very fast, especially when you price it to sell. And so what was I saying? So yeah, so when I make sales on there, um, when the person gets the thing, when it arrives in their mailbox and they click a button that says, yeah, everything is okay, then the money shows up in my Vinted balance, and then from there I can just leave it, or I can transfer it to my bank account. Well, what I've been doing lately is, like, because a lot of things I'll sell for like $5 to $10. That's what most of the things are going for. And sometimes lately, I've been just keeping like the $5-10 on there, and I'll buy I don't know, between five and I've bought probably like 7 VHS movies. They're all the Disney classics. Like Robin Hood. I don't know. Actually, 50% are classics like that. And then the other are like Harriet the Spy. Remember that Nickelodeon movie? A Goofy movie, which is kind of a classic. I would say it's a fucking masterpiece. So, do I have a VHS player? No, I don't. But I'm going to keep my eyes open at like garage sales this summer, and hopefully get one, because like VHSs are going for like $40 minimum online. $40? Like, you're out your damn mind. No, so I'm gonna just try and get one this summer for $5 at a garage sale again. But that's the only thing I've spent my money on literally in years, like, short of estate sales where I was buying things to furnish this house, because when we moved into this house 2 years ago. That's crazy. Not even, almost 2 years. I think it'll be 2 years this August. There was nothing here. Not a cup, not a spoon, nothing. So anyway, the house is furnished now. And I actually don't even know. Well, I mean, I think, yeah, we went to the thrift store in close to us in a town a couple weekends ago, and there were a bunch of VHSs, and it was half price day. So I think they were probably, I don't know, maybe they were probably 25 cents or something. And that just sparked something in me where it was like, I don't know, like, it's so weird. VHS, old Disney movies, like, because I was a kid or something, I had some sort of weird imprinting thing going on. But, like, I watch these movies and, like, the songs start playing and I just start crying. Like, I just start weeping. And I can't even think about it too much. Like, Mulan. You want me to watch Mulan without crying? There's a better chance of humans landing on the goddamn moon, okay? Like, no. And I don't know, it's like a good crying. It's very therapeutic. It's probably good for me. Like I should be able to get to a point where I could watch any Disney masterpiece without fucking crying. But anyway, like yeah, that's my splurge. $1 VHSs. And what's awesome is on the Vinted app, shipping is free. So it's literally with tax and everything, it's like less than $2 for a VHS. And I've already like, I've already bought let's say I've bought 8 VHSs, I think, about at this point. That's about $20. She's done. She's done. But no, we don't eat out ever, ever. Okay. One, I can't. Okay, let me tell you guys. I can't eat out anymore because I will literally throw up. Like the other day, I think this past Monday actually, we went into town, and my boyfriend likes to go to the Mexican store because it's like chicharrones but with con carne, like they have meat on them. So it's a very nice thing to eat. It's very savory, very satisfying, good quality. Like the chinos, the Chinese people go in there. I don't know if they were China, but there were some Asian people that went in there for it, young Asian people, and they looked like they only eat good food. So I was like, yeah, like this is actually kind of, it's got some sort of gastro clout in this town. It's crazy. We don't go into town much. But so he's like, go get yourself, a couple little breads, Mexican pan, Mexican breads. And so I grabbed a couple, and literally little Mexican baked goods, freshly baked goods. Okay, eat them. And I'm like, ooh, you know what? I want to get a coffee for, to kind of wash these down. So we walked over to the 7-Eleven across the street, and I got, because I haven't had coffee, I've been zero coffee for like over a month now, maybe closer to 2. I should have written down when I stopped because it's been just such a triumphant thing for me. Like I really am so proud that I stopped coffee, and I stopped cheese like in the same week. Yeah, cheese, all cheese. I'm so fucking proud of myself. Like, I don't know. When the life post coffee and post cheese, like, I'm sorry, but you will never be able to relate to me. You already don't, but you definitely will never be able to relate to me now. It's crazy. It's not that I feel better than people, but I feel freer. I feel freer. I feel like for the first time, since I started probably drinking coffee, and of course cheese has been a lifelong thing. I just feel like, wow, I'm not on those hamster wheels anymore. I don't know how else to put it. It's so strange. It's just this really weird, free feeling I feel. But yeah, so anyway, stupid me. We walk over to the 7-Eleven, and I get the smallest coffee that they offer, the smallest coffee cup. And I do just a little sprig of, they had what's the little green pistachio latte, and the thing where you press the button, it goes, and like water comes out mostly first, and then it comes out, well, I don't know, I wanted that to be my creamer. So I did like the tiniest amount of that. And then I put in 50% decaf, 50% regular coffee. So it was basically because of the water from the pistachio latte, it was just like, it was this watery, weak, coffee-like drink. It was like coffee tea. Anyway, we go home, and yeah, I threw everything up. Why am I talking weird? I need to drink water. I just had ramen. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. I've been eating ramen with 4 to 5 eggs. Usually 5. Today it was 4 because it's a little too eggy with 5. But that's what I've been eating for like the past week for breakfast, lunch, brunch. is just a packet of ramen with 5 eggs in there. That's the eggs are from our chickens. Okay, they're always freshly laid, so within the last day or so. So a quality that you cannot, our girls run around all day. They get 1 scoop for all of them in the morning, and then the rest of the day they're eating bugs and grass and things that they should be eating, and exercising and like doing their little chicken shenanigan shit. So yeah, anyway, I need to drink a lot of water because I know I shouldn't be eating ramen. I know. But it's why we have it? Because it was on sale. They had a 6-pack for $1.20. And I was like, man, that's because like ramen now is 4 for $1. And, up until, I don't know, a couple years ago, it was literally 10 for $1. So to see something that was a lot closer to that price than what it is now, actually, it's pretty much in the middle. 20 cents a thing. I'm saving 5 cents. Okay, idiot. Anyway, shut up. I don't know. I thought it was a good deal. And it's just, it kind of is for me because honestly, I feel very good after I eat it because it's like 70-80% protein and broth. And the noodles are, the noodles are whatever. Okay, whatever. But anyway, nobody's perfect. So, okay, here's what this video is actually all about. What you need to buy right now, because we don't know what's going to happen economically. I mean, we kind of do. We kind of do. It's happening right now in slow motion. But I mean, like, we don't actually know how bad it's going to get, is what I should say. And but that said, we have seen kind of what is to come. Okay, rising electricity costs, brownouts, if not straight out blackouts. I think they'll do the brownouts during summer and the blackouts during winter, because I think that's how they're gonna. I was watching this lady. I don't know who was interviewing her. Maybe that Andrew Gold, I believe. But she's like, yeah, they're gonna kill us by freezing us to death. It's like, what a great way to do it, because it's like, it wasn't us. It's so much snow and the grid, and nobody had any heat, so people died, and same with summer. So I just, for me right now, I'm feeling very electricity insecure. So I'm like, what I feel like I should be buying right now is books. Like, buy books. You can get books. There's a few websites, abebooks.com, thriftbooks.com, just in general. Like, there's a lot of very cheap outlets with free shipping even, for books. So if you want to learn anything, if you want to, I don't know, make a type of food or something like that, or learn a skill, get a book about that ASAP, okay? Get books about solar energy, get books about the heating that people do in like earthships, like, I can't remember what it's called. Carpentry books, like, get books, okay? Stock up on books. Like, don't be like me buying fucking VHS tapes. That's retarded, Wendy. You should be buying books. I would say notepads. Like, if you see cheap notepads at a thrift store or something, buy that. Stock up on pens. So anywhere you go where they're giving pens out, with their advertising on it, take one or take two, okay? Stock up on pens. I would recommend getting a wood stove. Okay, if you go on Craigslist in the free section, they pop up, I'd say 5 or so pop up on Craigslist every month. I mean, they do in my area anyway. I don't know about yours, but I would check Craigslist for sure. Or make one, right? You can make one out of like a barrel and stuff like that. Related, I would definitely go get an axe. Like, if you don't have an axe, I would get an axe and a hatchet to make kindling. A sharpening stone to keep those shipshape. And just in general, manual tools. Like, get some manual tools that don't require electricity. learn how to use them. I would make sure you have vessels for water. Like for me, for a while now, because I've been making soap and it requires distilled water, you know, I have all these fucking plastic jugs, and I've just been keeping them. I've just been drying them out and storing them. So if we lose electricity, we have a little creek right here. I can just go and fill it up, and you know, I literally have like 10 of them. And I do plan on refilling them with like a uber filtered water, so I don't have to keep buying these plastic jugs. So just keep in mind, I always plan to do that, but yeah, I don't really have like a 5-gallon container or something. I would have started off just doing that in general. I have a 3-gallon container, but it's made of glass, so it's incredibly heavy, and of course it's glass, so I don't want to be fucking towing it back and forth. I would also make sure you have needles and string, okay? Different sizes of needles, different sizes of string. In general, like, because we should not be shopping for clothes or shoes or anything like that, we need to be mending our things, you know, revamping old quality pieces, you know, that maybe just have like a little stain or a little hole or something. I would say also get fabric patterns. That's something very cheap on the Vinted app. You know, get a pattern for like, you know, simple pants, shirts, vests and stuff like that, because that'll be really useful if and when, you know, gas is too expensive for you to be able to drive to even, you know, your local thrift store, much less like a mall or something if you're still doing that. And of course, you know, you need non-perishable foods. I actually really want to go get a flour grinder. I want to buy wheat berries or whatever they're called, wheat nuts, and make my own flour, because the flour here in America is toxic. And actually, very sad, in Europe, they, like, I think it was this year, they are now making them put folic acid in the in their flour, and they say it's to help like with birth defects, but it's like not natural folic acid, it's synthetic, and it actually like raises like the chances of having, you know, an aborted pregnancy basically by like tenfold, if like for expectant mothers, if they eat, you know, the synthetic folic acid. So, I mean, all around the world, we're gonna have to go back to the Stone Ages. That's basically the mindset you have to get into, okay? Like, you need to be planting fucking trees out there, like fruit trees. You need to be, even just like, I'm looking at an oak tree. We got these 5 oak trees. They were like this thin, from a lady in Seattle, because they had planted these 5 oak trees literally like 2 feet apart in her backyard. The strip of land was like this wide, and it was like, I don't know, probably like 15 feet long. But like, she was like, thank God I have a friend that is like a master gardener, because she was like, you need to get these out of the fucking ground right now, because they're gonna fucking retarded. Like, everything is so fucking retarded right now. So anyway, she put the 5 oak trees on Craigslist free. We grabbed them, and now they're, oh my God, they're doing so good. I almost want to show you, but I don't want to show you where I live, because some of you are psychos. Although you could probably easily find out, which is terrifying. But like, we need to be planting trees for just for shade. Like, if electricity goes out and you're somewhere where like there is no shade, or I guess I should say, where like you're dependent on AC. I really don't think anybody is. If you can't handle a natural climate, you shouldn't live there. Okay, some people have acclimated to that land, and they're called native people, and they have lived there forever, and they understand what, you know, when to do what and where to go when, you know, certain times of day. Shut up. So yeah, we need to be planting trees and bushes. Bushes are actually a better thing, actually, because they don't take nearly as long to fruit and stuff like that. Bushes, trees for food, trees for shade. Like this house right now, it's so cool in this house, and the reason is because we have two oak trees right behind this house, and they are like natural AC. Like it is, oh my God, it's so nice having these oak trees. They're not oak trees, they're maple trees. Those are oak trees. Two giant maple trees behind us, and they keep the house shaded all day. It's so good. And lastly, I'm sure there's lots of other things that you could, be spending your money on, but manuals for your cars, like one, I guess it only really matters if your car is, oh my God, hummingbird, oh, so cool. It only matters if like your cars are old enough that you're able to work on them. Of course, all of ours are. But yeah, definitely get the manual in that case, so that you know what is what and where things should be connected to and all that stuff. Probably then you also need to, it'd be a good idea to stock up on like filters and stuff like that. I know that stuff has only gone up in price. Oil, spark plugs, I don't know, coils, thermostat, things like that, But yeah, don't be doing dumb stuff. Don't be getting cars where, the payment is only $600 a month. Like, no, please, please. I don't care if it's a Tesla. I don't care if it's electric. I don't care. Like $600 a month is such an insane number. That's how much you should be spending all month for one person's food, okay? That's like, I don't know, probably 2 months worth of gas. No, you cannot, please don't be so stupid. Like this whole notion that your car, um, you know, can, like, you represent your car. Your car doesn't represent you, okay? Like, when you need to get a car that, like I was just saying, you understand like how it works. You understand that it is here to serve you, right? If all you're doing with your car is driving back and forth to work, you need a commuter car. Okay, you don't need a truck. You don't need a truck at all. Let's say all you do is commute back and forth to your work, but on weekends you like to build things, and so every now and then you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, the feed store, whatever, and you get, long pieces of wood, or what are those things called, panels, cattle panels. Okay, get yourself a Ranger or something like a small truck. You don't need a big truck, okay? And a little truck you can get, for like $3,000 to $5,000. So I don't know, just please don't be stupid. Like, please, you guys, like, literally over 5,000 cars are repoed every single day, and that number is only going to go up. Only going to go up. Because AI is coming. What was that? Yeah, AI is coming. Financial collapse is coming. Inflation is coming. Dollar devaluation is, they're not coming. They're all here. They're all here. They're all here, and they're ramping the fuck up. We've got, every Western country is being inundated with uncool immigrants. Okay, I think Mexican people were pretty cool immigrants. They were very nice. Most of them learned how to speak English. the language. They're very respectful people. Yeah, sure, they can be a little loud with their music sometimes. But it's usually because little Juanito's turning 4 years old, and that's a really big fucking deal, okay? um, but, but now we got, people who are coming from places where, like, their religious fervor, religiosity is, if that's a word, it's next level, and it just does not really mesh with the Western kind of live and let live kind of mantra. Especially in this country, like, Americans are actually, I know we're loud in other countries, but like here, like, for the most part, like, I guess unless you're in like cities, like, most people are actually very, very quiet, and nobody is ever walking around with a boombox. Maybe a black person. I hate to say that, but like, no, I don't hate to say. It is what it is. Like, and in general, like, they are such a rare thing in this country that it's really, and it's going to be in places like Miami. So actually, it's going to be a brown person in Miami, a brown or a black person, in just places where they're kind of the majority, and it's kind of like, okay, this isn't really America anymore. Like, this is some sort of, it's like being in Disney, it's like being in Brownland, like Disneyland, but Brownland, where it's like, yeah, I'm still in America, but I'm actually in Disneyland. I'm actually in Brownland, like, and that just is what it is. If you don't like Disneyland, if you don't like Brownland, you don't live there. And so that's just the name of the game here. Like, if you don't like your neighbors, you just move away. And it's not a big deal either way. Like, I've really never met very many racists. You could probably say I'm racist, but I'm just like, no, I don't like loudness. I don't fucking like loudness. And I also don't like cheapness, okay? So that makes it so that I don't like a lot of other races too, because they are very cheap, and I hate that. I hate cheapness. And it's funny because, like, I've just spent this entire video being like, frugal. You got to be frugal. But there's a big difference between being frugal and being fucking cheap, okay? I hate when like, on the Vinted app, right? I'll be selling, like, this is an antique. Maybe it's vintage. Antique is like 100 years old. But it's almost an antique. This is, I can't remember the name of the brand. But anyway, it's like this old vintage, almost antique, sugar bowl. And it's very nice. And, yeah, I have it on there. I have it on there for literally $7. The cheapest one you can find besides mine, excuse me, is on eBay, and it's $14 plus $6 shipping. So you're getting mine for $7, and the shipping would probably be like $2. So $9. And yet I have people being like, would you sell that for $4? No, you cheap fuck. Like, I even write in my ads when I'm not willing to go down on price, because you can't get rid of the make an offer button on your things. It's very annoying. You should be able to opt out of that on certain listings. But in the description of what it is, when I say the brand, where I say the brand and like how old it is and whatever, where it was made, I'll put firstly firm price, or no offers will be taken, whatever. Like, please don't fucking waste my time. I should write that. I should write, say, no offers taken. Please don't fucking waste my time, comma, cheapo. Like, you can be frugal with the things that you need, but you can't be cheap with the things you don't need, okay? Like, in America, we don't really haggle much. Haggling in this country is very, it's very, like, for services. like contractors and stuff like that. There's a little bit of, you know, because you can go with a different contractor, whatever. But like, you don't, I don't know, just shut up. I don't care, whatever. Anyway, that's enough of that. I need to go clean the house, okay? Clean the house. Boyfriend is out at his friend's house. They're building a fence, so I'm here in confinement, happily alone. And so I'm just gonna go clean the house. My my chicken over here, she had 3 babies born, and we ended up just taking the 4 other eggs. They just weren't hatching, but they weren't dead either. That's my guinea, my baby guinea. I need to go get it. His name is Igor, because there's something kind of wrong with him. Anyway, okay, I really need to go. He's like freaking out. Yeah, so chickens, 3 have been born, and we have just 1 more girl ready to give birth, and she's got, at this point now, probably closer to 16 eggs that she is sitting under. So that is going to be insano braino. And we got the baby goats in 2 days short of 2 weeks. The first girl will, you know, be due. So really exciting stuff here. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just like you guys, where I know it's really easy to spend money, you know, especially online. And to a certain extent, you can't really, you know, stop yourself. I don't know why, the nostalgia for me, it really hit, but it truly is like this weird thing where I want to be able to watch these movies from childhood without fucking crying. I don't know, the songs were just so good. Like the songs in Tarzan that Phil Collins did, I could weep right now. They're so good. They're so good. And the animation was so fucking beautiful. Okay, like it was all hand drawn. It was like 101 Dalmatians. What a beautiful fucking movie to look at. And it's funny, I don't think there were any songs in that movie, which I really appreciate. Like, I generally, the songs have to be top tier. I cannot take mediocre songs. Anyway, that's enough. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Please make good choices. Your car is not you. You are not your car. Okay, like, really, honestly, like if you're a fatty and you're coming out of a Corvette, you're a fatty in a Corvette. Okay. If you're a hottie coming out of a Corvette, okay, now you're somebody. Now you're somebody, okay? Now you're really, like, you're gonna walk out of that car different than if you're a fucking fatty coming out of that car, okay? Like, and you're gonna walk out of that car different than if you're, you know, basically leasing it, or until it gets repoed, or if you own it, okay? Like, those are 4 very distinct people, and you want to have a little bit of overlap between somebody whose body looks good and whose finances are on par with, you know, the statement that you're giving the world, okay? But quite honestly, I don't care. I don't care who you are. Like, if I see a very, very, like, absurdly nice car, I don't know, you kind of look like a jackass. Like, I'm sorry, you kind of look like a fucking jackass. There are so many better things that you could do with money, that, I don't know, like altruism, it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing. Humans used to be altruistic. I don't know, but whatever. No judgment here. Take care. Bye.